Hi Stampin' friends. I just wanted to go over a few quick things related to mounting your cling stamps, including how to store them, how you can fix a damaged back, but my best tip here is going to be how to use that leftover cling material from our new cling stamps to make your old clear mount stamps more sticky. Okay, so let's get started. I just want to say I find a great way to store them is right in the rubber back that they are presented in. Okay, so if you have that rubber background, then you know if you're missing any stamps just with a quick glance. And what I like to do is I have this set partially mounted and a couple that aren't, but the ones that are mounted and very sticky, I just lightly press them into this rubber backing. Not so hard that they're all the way down and stuck to the back of the case, because then they're harder to pick off, but just kind of lightly in place so they're suspended there and easy to grab. Okay, so here I have the crown that I haven't mounted yet, and this is that set from the new annual catalog, Wish for It All. And to mount them, of course, just as a refresher, you're going to expose the sticker with the image, and you're going to expose the foam back. Okay, and then you're very carefully going to lower and line up the stamp with the sticker. And you've really only got one chance at that because the materials are so sticky, they damage each other if you try to pull them apart. Like if you make a mistake and try to pull them apart, that is just so sticky on both sides that you end up with ripped foam or a ripped sticker. And just as an example, let me pull one out to show you. When I was mounting, okay, because I've done this, when I was mounting this teapot stamp and I was lowering very carefully to pick up the printed sticker, I dropped it. Okay, and I had a section down here where the sticker and the foam ripped each other apart as I separated them because that was so far off. I had to separate them to correct this mess. So luckily I was able to save the sticker. You may not be able to save the whole sticker, but if you can see in here, I had damaged my foam badly enough that I had to cut away the damaged foam between here and here. You can see a cut line there and there. And then I took foam from another set and layered it in there and just pieced it together to make that work. Okay, so the moral of the story is, you know, try to get it right on the first time or else you're left recreating a little foam backing if you have to piece it together. Okay, but beyond that, the best tip that I have is to use this extra cling material that you're going to have all around all of these stamps that you're mounting on your old clear mount stamps. Okay, so I have a lot of clear mount stamps. Like here's Itty Bitty Greetings from last year, where I haven't mounted the stickers, right? Because I prefer to just stick to this surface, which isn't even as clingy as the cling mount stamp, but it's better than when you add the greeting, right? Now, however, I can add the greeting because I really prefer to have these stamps with the images in place. Okay, so let me go ahead now and show, oops, I didn't mean to release that from the paper. Let me go ahead and show what I would do now. I would mount these as intended, but in order to make them sticky, okay, because this surface is not quite as sticky as we would have liked, what I'm going to do is find a place on my backing here where I can get a bit of backing that I will expose. Okay, so now I'm going to add another layer of cling mount, but this is the very clingy one from the new stamps. So I'm revealing that really clingy portion here. And I'm going to stick my little itty bitty greeting that I want to be sticky right to that backing and pull it up. Okay, and it doesn't have to cover it perfectly. It doesn't have to be the exact size. And I'm going to show you how to do it on a big stamp too. Okay, I'm trimming off the excess around the edges here. And then when I go to use this, it's going to stick great, you know, just like all the new cling stamps. In fact, it might stick too good. And you would, in that case, you could press it against a cloth to, you know, take down some of the stickiness. But just remember, now that you have that really strong cling on the back of your stamp, you do have to pick it off your block, okay? Don't just try to pull it off the block or you may damage the foam, okay? You need to get it started by picking under that really clingy material. But these will cling great now, and you can have that old clear mount backing with the image on your stamp. Okay, so let's go to a bigger example. And what I've got here is Beautiful Day. Okay, I've always loved using this butterfly, but I never mounted the butterfly on the sticker image, okay, because I was afraid it wasn't going to be clingy enough. So now I am going to mount that sticker. All right, and then press this into place. Okay, so now we can have our image on the back of our stamp, but we're going to make it clingy. You don't need to cover the entire back of this butterfly with sticky material. You just need to find a place. I'm going to, let's see, I kind of like these big square areas down here. In fact, I'm going to take this area, and because this is a big stamp, I'm going to put 2 pieces of cling on this stamp, all right? So if you were dealing with a smaller stamp, you wouldn't have to cover 2 corners of it. Here, let me get this started. Let me show you what I mean. So again, I'm just getting this started to reveal that sticky cling material that will be left on the backing here that we were using on our new stamps. All right, so there. Oh, I didn't realize the words were there. That's okay. I'm going to think about where I like to pick this butterfly up. I'll probably like to pick it here with my right hand. So I'm going to put that clingy, sticky stuff right up in that corner. Okay, and now the butterfly, let me just trim off the excess. Like I said, you don't have to cover the entire back, and you may not want to actually, because very sticky and hard to release. Now, like I said, this is a big stamp. It's very clingy here, but this might flap around, or it might not. It's up to you if you want to add another piece of cling. You do have to pick each piece that you add as you release it. So if I was to add on the opposite corner another piece of this cling, it would stick very firmly. We know it wouldn't flap around. Whoops. And I'm just trying to peel only the top layer and leave the sticky stuff on the sheet so we can replicate the way we mount our new cling stamps by pressing the stamp onto it. And then this is the part that sticks to the block. Okay, so here I've got a second piece, and this will surely secure my stamp to the block. Okay, but now I just need to be careful to pick not only this side, but I'm going to pick from this side as well. Okay, so that this really strong cling stuff does not pull my foam apart, my foam backing on the stamp. So think about where you want to place. If you can get away with placing only one piece of cling, that makes it very easy to pick up. You only have to pick one place. If you have a big stamp like this, though, you may need to pick in two places. And I like to put my cling out near the edges as opposed to the center of the stamp, because that's just an easy place to start picking. But you can do that according to your taste. See, if I pull it this way, it does come off, but I tend to try to pick from the edges. Okay, so hope you'll try that. Use that cling backing to help yourself with these old clear mount stamps that maybe aren't quite sticky enough for you. Thanks so much. Bye.